Yo, what's up guys, IDeVaste here. I'm very sick at the moment, as you probably can hear from my voice, but I have to make this video so you guys can be prepared for Extreme Behemoth tomorrow. So if you watch carefully and are able to get 4 people on your team, Extreme Behemoth will totally not be a problem for you. This really will include all the builds you need for the fight, the items you need to take with you, and afterwards some really quick tips for each area that will make your fight much easier and more coordinated. Behemoth is from Final Fantasy, so the whole fighting scheme is as well designed like the game. So you will need to take roles, which means you need a tank, a healer and 2 DPS players. You don't really have to pick 2 DPS players, you can get instead of the second DPS player 1 hunting horn user to buff all the teammates, so you get less damage, more damage, like deal more damage and stuff. Or a crowd control player that will constantly paralyze, knock out or sleep Behemoth. We will start off with a tank build. Your job is just to get Behemoth enmity and then just stay there. If you want, attack, if you want to risk it. If you want, just leave your controller down and let Behemoth just attack you, and so your teammates can deal damage without to be in danger. So let's get straight to the skills. Current favor comes with the build, so this actually is not bad because it will give you extra rewards, which means you will need less farming for Extreme Behemoth, maybe get 1 more ticket, and you will need to kill him 1 less time because it's a pain, it's really a pain. Earplugs on level 5 does completely negate weak and strong monster roars, so if you're a tank this is a very important skill. If Behemoth roar stuns you and you're not able to block his upcoming attack, you're pretty much gonna leave your team without a tank. You don't wanna do this, right? Guard on level 5 is going to reduce the impact of attacks, decrease the damage and also reduce stamina depletions while blocking, because it's really important since the most weapons drain your stamina from blocking attacks. And if you get out of stamina, you're not gonna be able to block anymore and it's a bye-bye again. So health boost level 3 doesn't matter if you're a DPS, a tank or healer or whatever. Don't go to fight Extreme Behemoth without health boost level 3 because you're going to simply get one-shotted. It gives you an additional 50 HP and in combination with a maxi potion, you will have double the amount of regular HP. Now free element and ammo up is just for the HPGs and it will extend your ammo capacity. You freely can replace that skill or just use my second build. Non-elemental boost is also only for this specific HPG or any other elementless HPG to deal much more damage. Weakness exploit level 3 is actually very important because you're only gonna aim always for his head to get that extra 50% affinity. You will get enmity so much faster and easier because you simply will deal a lot of more damage. Guard up allows you to block unblockable attacks like the body slam or the Superman punch from 3rd area. If you don't have shield jewel, which is pretty rare, just use 3-part Uragan set bonus and you will have that skill enabled, or just go for my second build. Now blight resistance is a very important skill for Behemoth because he rapidly will give you the fire or thunder blight and you will receive a lot of extra damage, and this gonna decide if you're gonna die or not. But since you're a tank you will not need it because you do not get affected by blades while blocking. And please don't use defense boost, never use on any build defense boost. I see people with defense boost and I just laugh so hard, it's just a meme. Don't use defense boost, please. Now this is an extra build if you're missing shield jewel or don't need free element because you're using a lance type weapon to tank. Has as well level 2 stamina surge, which will decrease your stamina depletion. And from the 3-part Uragan set bonus you receive the guard up skill, where we previously needed the jewel to build it. So for this ones you will need just a total of 3 vitality jewels for health boost, 2 guard jewels for guard level 5, 3 weakness exploit. Now weakness exploit is not really needed, you can replace it if you find a better skill, but I really recommend it because you will attack the head for the enmity. Now if you don't know how to tank with a heavy bowgun, it's really simple. You just need at least 1 shield mode, I've put 3. I think it gives more reduced damage, as you can see, shield high. And all you have to do is just pull your weapon out like I did on my video, and don't do anything. Just stay with pulled out weapon there. It will automatically block the attacks. That's what shield is for. And you can shoot between the attacks of Behemoth, but really be careful because the animation from shooting is very long. It's about like 2 seconds or 3 seconds, and if you're still in that animations, Behemoth can hit you because you will not be able to auto block and you will instantly die. Very important is to augment your weapon with health regeneration if it's not a tank build. Even on tank build we can add health regeneration, it's quite good, but not on the spread shots. It's so little, it's not worthy. But the most important is to augment your armor, because when you make, for example, now this build, a lot of people like me, when they craft new armor, they forget to augment it. And if you don't augment, you will have a lot of less defense, and less defense means you will easily get one-shotted by extreme Behemoth. So please just do that before you start fighting. So let's move to the healer build now. Your priority is not to deal damage, but to keep an eye on players' HP and heal them before it's too late. Also to craft potions if needed or any other consumable item. I really recommend you to go with Faircaster to the camp, because else you won't be able to, and it's gonna take too long. Let's start with the skills. So we got here again Earplugs level 5, prevents any roars from monsters. Health boost level 3, of course, for plus 50 health. White range level 5, share the full effect from the item you're consuming with your teammates, which is a perfect combination with speed eating level 3, which allows you to almost instantly consume items and give your friends an instant heal, like for example the max potion. Quick sheath level 3 is a very good skill for healers. You will need to react fast if one of your teammates is about to die, and the animation to put your weapon in is quite long, and quick sheath could be a life savior there. Stun resistance level 3, of course, to prevent any stuns, because if a healer is stunned, the DPS guys are pretty much dead. Divine Blessing level 3 gives you a 50% damage reduction on incoming damage. The thing on this skill is that it's really RNG when it gets activated. So a lot of people don't like it because they say it's RNG, so it doesn't help you. It helps you a lot. So from my personal experience, I should have a chance of 30% to activate it, which is very good. It's like every third hit you take, it will most likely be reduced by 50%. That's crazy. This skill will guaranteed save your ass a lot of times when you not expect it. It can stack with the Hunting Horn and Palico buff Divine Blessing skill, which will be the perfect protection if activated. That were the most important builds. As for DPS, use any weapon you want, and for Hunting Horn, the Teostra has a very good buffs. There should be a lot of builds guide videos about that. I've never played this meme weapon music instrument. Sorry, I'm very sick today, so I can't talk about it. But let's get straight to the items. Faircaster, of course, so you can quickly leave the field if you're in danger or need to restock items. Don't use this in Ecliptic Meteor, it doesn't work. I've tried it. Life Powder, Health Potions, Mega Health Potions, Max Potions and Ancient Potion, as well crafting items like herbs and honey. Adamant Seeds and Hardshell Powder. Behemoth Meteors will give you a defense down blight, and this will help you to instantly remove it. Mighty Seed and Demon Powder will buff your attack and both can stack. Dash Juice should be constantly on, because if you get exhausted while targeted by Behemoth or having to run behind a rock due to Ecliptic Meteor, you will die. Asera Jerky to remove the Bleeding Blight, because after Area 3 he loves doing the Torn attack and he will give you a lot of bleeding blights. Even the tank will get bleeding type. As well, Null Berries to remove the Fire and Thunder blights. Now, this is why we should definitely have a healer or at least a guy with wide range, because the tank guy can't switch to his inventory and use an Astera Jerky or Null Berries and heal himself. Now, like I said, wide range, every item you consume, it will be transferred to your teammates. So you can use as well Null Berries, Astera Jerkies, Mighty Peels and stuff, you know. Flash pots works only 2 times, so don't waste it unless a teammate is about to die from an attack. Mega barrel bombs, large barrel bombs and devil's blight to craft again mega barrel bombs. Now you should have finished the setup, so we can move straight to a quick guide. As for food skills, you should pick one with at least of the following skills. Weakener, which lowers your Behemoth HP. Moxie will prevent you from dying if your health is above the mark on the HP bar. Insurance will give you your team an extra life. Now, Weakener and Endurance should only be picked once because they don't stack. I'm really not sure about Weakener, but Endurance doesn't stack. You can get just one more life. So a few tips for all areas before we start. A tank guy should always get enmity as fast as possible to prevent Behemoth from attacking teammates and casting tornadoes. This will help so much, and this makes Behemoth so easy when someone is getting enmity. Don't stay close to the rocks, it does drop much less of them and break them easier than the normal Behemoth, but as well not too far away because you're not gonna make it in time if you cause the ecliptic meteor. And always be careful with your stamina. If your stamina is empty and you're gonna get exhausted, that wouldn't be a cool thing to die just like that. Don't use flash pot because it only works 2 times on Extreme Behemoth. Yes, the entire fight only 2 flash pots work, so use them wisely. For example, when a teammate is really about to die and he sees he's gonna get punched by Behemoth, use it. If you're targeted by tornado, run quickly to a corner because if the area is filled with tornadoes, it's not gonna be an advantage for your team. So starting off with Area 1, Area 1 will most likely be the easiest, well compared to the upcoming ones. I would personally go with Rocksteady and place all 4 health boosters close to each other so you can cover a large area and wherever you move you're gonna get healed. Get him under the 2 builders because they deal a lot of extra damage and you really need that because you don't have a lot of time to play around on Extreme Behemoth. He has much more HP. Try to do as much damage as possible on the first area because the damage you deal to him carries over to the second and the next areas. He has fixed HP. When you finally deal enough damage, he's gonna cast Ecliptic Meteor and you're gonna move to the second area. Now after you survive that, congratulations, you've finished about 10% of the fight. Now be careful, before entering second area, go with your whole team to Nergigantes camp, I think it's number 8, to switch mantles and restock stuff. You should take the temporal and ghillie suit with you. Before you leave camp, put your ghillie suit on because he has a really large detecting radius, and now all players should move under his head on the second area, put mega barrel bombs down, and after you detonated them he's gonna start attacking you. Then you're gonna put straight your temporals on and try to deal as much damage as possible, and especially the tank guy have to get the enmity fast because on area 2 he summons like every 10 seconds tornadoes. Also in the second area you should be able to get at least 1 mount. Now the guy who's mounting should not try attack Behemoth but try to stay on him as much as possible, so Behemoth will not attack you when the guy is mounting him. He will do some basic attacks but nothing more. So after you survive and the second Ecliptic Meteor, go all back to camp, change mantle again to Vitality and Impact Mantle. Now you can choose a second mantle, I would go for Impact. I will tell you why in a bit. Now move to third area. If it's down on the lava you should use a cool drink first. This area is something different than the last 2. The game does a DPS check here, which means it counts how much damage you deal to him. If you fail the DPS test, he's gonna cast Ecliptic Meteor on area 3 as well. If you follow my steps you should be able to pass it really easy. There should be a guy with a crowd control heavy bowgun, for example the Magda Gemitus, the Zora Magdaros heavy bowgun. This guy can easily get on himself 2 sleeps if he has enough sleep ammo to craft with him, which means another 8 bombs times 2 for both sleeps, which means already 10k damage, which you already have passed this area. Then he can go straight for Paralyze, and while Behemoth is paralyzed everyone can put his Impact Mantle on and hit on his head for knockouts. You should be able to get at least 2 knockouts just with Impact Mantles, and the HPG guy can fire as well sticky bombs. You should really easy get that KOs. So after you have passed the DPS check, he will move to area 4. Now area 4 is the hardest one by far because there is not 1 Ecliptic Meteor but 3. Yes, there is 3, you have to survive 3 times. Everyone should restock items on this area and take your temporal metals and health boosters with you. Congratulations, all you have to do now is deal enough damage, survive 3 Ecliptus meteors, and you're done. If you have any questions, be sure to join my Discord channel, I've linked it in the descriptions. I hope this guide and builds were helpful to you. So if you enjoyed the video, please be sure to drop a like and comment, leave me some feedback, it will be really appreciated. And also if you wanna see some more content of me, be sure to subscribe to my channel and turn notifications on, it just takes 1 second and you're not gonna miss any content or video from me. Hope you all having a nice day and wish you good luck tomorrow.